Hey everybody, Chance Priest here. I am the creator, the founder, the godfather of Warriors Universe. WOTU for short. That's what everybody calls it, so that's what we call it. I need to do a little welcome to WOTU video, which is kind of an inside joke for some of y'all, a lot of y'all. And this, we have so many new people that have come on board, new collectors that found us on different groups on the internet, people that have found us on Instagram, people that have found us at shows, and they're like, "Man, it seems to be a complex form of collecting here, and I'm trying to figure it all out." Because a lot of folks just come to our auctions and they're like, "Well, you know, they're bidding or buying one-off figures. Usually, it's a test shot or a prototype or something like that, or just a one-off figure." And they're like, "I don't understand this wave situation and all this." So this is to clear all this up, and I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. This video might end up being ridiculously long because I'm more complex than I even realized that I was. But you know what I did when I started all this, y'all? I said, you know what? When I start doing my toys, my comics, and all that stuff, and eventually movies, I want it to be exactly the way I want it. I'm a lifelong collector. I never quit collecting. I come right out of being a thumb sucker to straight up through the years and into puberty and all that stuff like that. I was a normal person, but you know what? I never could quit collecting. I don't know if that makes you normal, and I don't think too many people call me normal. But anyway, to me, I'm normal. And you know, man, I've always collected toys. I love toys and comic books and movies and cards and everything fun. And that's what I want to do, is put everything fun, everything that I've always loved into these exactly the way I do them for myself. That's why you see everything says Victory Comics, because back in the day, when it started, I just wanted a comic book. And I said, if I can just get a comic book, that's all I need. Well, I got a comic book, but I went the backwards way. I did toys first, then I got a comic book. So let me just break it down for y'all to make it as easy as possible. And I don't think it's going to be easy no matter what. A lot of people want to know about the waves. Okay, a wave consists of 5 figures. Okay, 5 different figures in that wave. That'll be, when you get a case, you get 6 figures total. You get the 5 standard figures, which is usually 2 good guys and 3 bad guys, or badish guys. You know, I got a lot of gray area guys. You get a black bubble in there. This one's been open, but you get a black bubble, which is, we call it a black clam, thanks to Hector. We call it a black clam, and when you don't know what's in there, it's going to be some kind of special one-of-a-kind figure, one-off figure. Now, there's a chase figure in every single wave that everybody goes after. Wave 1, it was Morgia. Wave 2, it was Kutu. Okay? I don't dictate the prices, but boy, they bring a lot of money. So it's one of those deals that if you're lucky enough to get one, in one of your cases, you've really scored. And I don't mean like, oh, wow, I paid 50 for that, it's worth 100. I mean, like, I paid 50 for that, it's worth 600 or 1,000. I mean, it's really nuts. But that's what you're looking for. That's what you really want to get. And it doesn't matter. Any of the one-off figures are valuable. Any of them are. And they're great. And in the future, I think people will see how great they really are. I do. I know when I make them, I'm like, whoo, that's what I make more than anything, is the one-off stuff. So you get that, okay. In the past, what we've done is we've opened up the cases for everybody to get on there and go claim, 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 and we rack them all up, and we take pre-orders, and then we start making them as soon as we can. Okay, we've done away with that. That was for wave 1, wave 2, because it's just too much of a headache and a mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a lucky draw. That means I'll get on here on Facebook and probably Instagram some too. And I will, when I have 5 cases done, okay, or more, could be 10 cases, could be 15 cases, we'll ask for you to put your name in. Those cases are ready to ship right then. We do a lucky draw, and if your name gets chosen, you pay us, we ship you the case. It's instant. So that's the way we're going to do it. And I think that'll work better. It'll feed everybody's habit a little easier, and everybody won't have to wait so long. Okay. Now, the one difference is wave 3 coming up. We're going to have 100 cases. Okay. Usually we have 60 regular cases. Last time we did 60 regular cases and 60 survivor cases. And the survivors were just the same figure, except they had like blood coming out of their mouth. They look like they've been in some kind of combat, bruise, cut over their eye, busted up. That's what you get when you're warring, right? And what would happen is a lot of people would order singles. And with these singles, it broke the cases. And so we would have to sell off extras. In fact, we've got some extras from Wave 2 still that are the Survivor series. They're just the standard figures, but they're extras. We don't want to do that no more. So we said, I want there for sure to be 60 cases out there. There'll be 100 in Wave 3, 100 cases out there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make singles on top of that. So if somebody orders a single, there's going to be something called a red mort in Wave 3. If somebody orders a single red mort, that won't come out of the cases. No cases will be broken. We will send them a red mort. It will be slightly different in color. Like the trunks will be a different color than what we put on the standard Wave 1. And it won't be numbered. So it will be the only figures not numbered. So it'll be more kind of almost like a blank painted. But if you just want a single, that's the way we're going to do it. And that'll make the cases even that more special. And that's what I want to do, is make everything special. Okay. I went over Black Clam. The Cuboids. That is something I have more questions on than anything right now. Inside of every package, you get a cuboid. Okay? Golden cuboid. I know this thing's reading backwards, but I couldn't figure out how to flip it. So you get a golden cuboid. And on the back of that cuboid will usually be some kind of little goofy writing that says like WOTU for life, which that's not goofy, that's serious. It might say welcome to WOTU, and that of course upsets all the old time collectors, because they're like, welcome to a WOTU, who do they think they are? And then it might have a sketch, and we're doing guest artist sketches too this year, this way, well, from now on. So there'll be a lot of guest artists, really cool little sketch cards on here. My son Wrangler, he's a great artist, and he does a lot of the sketch cards. I do some of them are puzzles. So in a case, you'll have 4 figures that each one will have a piece of the puzzle, and you put 4 together and you'll have a puzzle card. So that's really cool. You might have a free figure. It'll say you'll get this free figure, and that'll be a blank figure that we'll send you that would cost you $25 otherwise, but this way it's free. You send this in, you send this in, and we take it, I sign off on it, and we send you a free one. There could be a number of things. We're going to do a lot of special stuff, but I don't know. I'm always making up new stuff as I go, and it might come halfway through the wave. I don't know. Of course, there's always a big chase that you're looking for. There'll be 10 cuboids for the chase. The chase in Wave 3 is Skeeter, okay? He's a big blood-sucking monster. He's pretty darn awesome. And I haven't sculpted him yet. Well, I've got one sculpture of him. He's going to have all new sculptures. Going to have movable arms. Going to be wicked because he's real creepy looking dude. Wave 2 was this dude here, Barmas. That's what you were hunting for. Look at that big dude. Big sucker, right? Big old Barmas, okay? And with Barmas, you'd send in $100 and get a Barmas, okay? Now, you might say, wow, that's not much of a win, oh my God. Okay, that thing, it takes, that really costs us more than $100 to make, okay? So everything's hand-painted here. So everything's handmade. So there's a lot goes into it. It's not just like, oh, let me pop that out of the machine, So yeah, and they're so sought after that I know for a fact that some Barmases, or at least the cuboids, sold for $600 plus right after they got pulled. So that's a heck of a lottery ticket right there. Okay, that kind of tells you about the waves. I'm always available, y'all. If you ever have a question, okay, just ask me. Just PM me, because Carrie, my wife, and I run everything, and we can answer your question. There's also, if you're on the group, the Facebook group, Priests, Monsters, Aliens, and Superheroes, which you'll have to be in order to be involved in all this. I mean, it's just like you gotta be. if you're on there, there's a whole bunch of group experts. You'll see it on there. Group expert, group expert. These are guys that have been collecting a long time, and they know. Some of them know more than I do. They can remember more of the what happened than I can. So because I'm always thinking forward. I'm always thinking about the next wave, the next toy, the next comic book, the next story. So that's that. I will go ahead and tell y'all about special waves, which the first special wave was a little bit of a disaster. But the Mughar Saga is a special wave. That is a little short wave. That would consist of 4 figures, okay? And instead of the 6, it's like a mini case. So you get 4 figures. There's only going to be a single card back. So it's just one. You know, not every one's a different card back. Like in wave 3, you'll have actually 11 different card backs that total between art cards, that are chase cards, the regular cards, the whole. I mean, it's pretty intense collecting. It's pretty intense making it too. Yeah. So you'll just have one card. You'll have 4 figures. You'll get the whole set, and then you'll have cuboids in there, and the cuboids will contain some really rare stuff. Okay, so like send this in, and you'll get a one-off figure of this guy or that guy, and you'll get some real incredible one-of-a-kind stuff. So that is that's exciting for us to do that. And the Mughar Saga is coming out here next month. This month, actually, part of it will start coming out this month. And we have the Morgia family, which is after the Mughar Saga. The Morgia family. That'll be a real fun one too. After that, we do have. If you're part of the Victory Club, which I'll explain the Victory Club in another video. I don't want these videos to run too long because I'm gonna have to break them up. I just came in here and turned this thing on, so it's not like I really prepared, except I did write a little stuff, a little bit down. The Victory Club. When you're in the Victory Club, we do release, and I just thought this would be cool, like. Almost like nostalgia. I thought like 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, wouldn't it be cool if you belonged to this little club like back in the old days? You know, you belong to a little fan club or whatever, and you can get special stuff that only the club people can get. Well, we do a real limited release. It's only one per. Like if we have right now, we have 30 members in the Victory Club, and that's all. You can't get in. There's new slots every first of the year. Okay. Coming up, there will only be, I don't know, there's either going to be 5 or 10 new slots coming up at the first of the year. So there's 30 people in it right now. They get a chance to get a set like this. And the reason it's colored like this is the figures are yellow, and you'll see some red and some blue and some silver on every figure. And that is because when I very first created this universe, the first character I made up was Eagle 8, and his chest patch, his colors, that is his colors. So that's why they all get that color, because that's where it all started from. And maybe it's just nostalgia for me. I don't know. I like doing it. I think the Victory Club stuff is really, really neat. It's real handsome when you have a set of them set up. And of course, they're rare because you got a lot more collectors out there than what's in the Victory Club. So it makes those sets really, I think it makes them really valuable and really sought after. And they also have, same deal, they have cuboids, they have special stuff. You're hunting down the special. Like in Wave 2, you'll have a Barmas. I can't remember if we have a Barmas or 2. I think 2 Barmases. And he'll be a big yellow Barmas this time, so it'll be crazy. And and only 2 people can get them. And and a lot of this stuff, there's only one person that'll ever have it, so that makes this collecting. To me, I've always wanted to have figures that nobody else has. And to my knowledge, WOTU is just about all you can collect where there's, wow, I have the only one in existence, And to me, that's just special. That makes it special. There's also, when we did Wave 1, we did a Toy Matrix, did their own exclusive line, and we packaged an entire line of Wave 1 figures just for them, and in their color path, their colorway, and they were like glow and brown and gold. I can't even remember exactly, but totally different thing. And you had to go through Toy Matrix to get it. So we're supposed to do a Wave 2 toy matrix. Things are a little slow. COVID and plastic is not a good thing. It's been a real Achilles heel this year, getting quantities of it in. But I think we'll eventually get to that without any problem. That's about it. Most of the stuff, y'all, is going to be lucky draws from here out. You're going to have to be involved. We don't have a website where you can just go and order figures. It's just impossible. This stuff takes a long time to make, and we don't want to make it in such numbers where we're sitting on cases and cases and cases of figures just waiting, and then next thing you know, oh, well, we're having to clearance those 50% because we got to move them. That's not what we want. It just like this. We want everybody hungry for it. We want it to be rare. We want the most common figure to be rare, right? So the most common figure right now, there's only 60 of. That's in the world of collecting toys. Oh my God, that's rare. I mean, I can't even. That's just insane rare. So when you have some of these figures, there's 1 of or 10 of or 5 of them. I mean, wow, that's special to me. I mean, really special. And as our collectors base keeps growing, you can just only imagine that the value will keep going. And I hate to put value on everything, but let's face it, that's what people do, and that's when you're collecting, value's part of it. It's an exciting part of it to watch what you collect go up in value and people really want it. Nobody wants to know they paid a whole bunch of money for stuff and like, oh, I can't get rid of it for $1. That's not no fun. So I do like to make it very collectible because I'm a collector. Okay. That fills you in on the cases, the waves, and all that stuff. And it probably took me 10 minutes too long to do it, but that gets you closer. I'm gonna do another video on all the little special stuff that we do. So try to get y'all filled in. And like I say, just ask me or ask one of the experts, and we'll help you. Everybody wants to help everybody collecting. Sometimes a little greed walks up and bites you, but that's all collectors, right? Okay, thank y'all. Victory, and we'll do another video.